Okay, starting at the front, red twig dogwood, eaten by deer, little blue stem, always pretty when the rain's on it. Bunch of echinacea, some butterfly weed, various rudbeckia. This was my native columbine. It's just sitting there now. Up front, these are either mist flower or foam flower. I can never tell. They're both misty and foamy, one for the spring, one for the late summer. The butterfly weed seems to like it up front. That's a Sweet William or something like that, just hanging out. I forget what these guys all are, but I bought them last year. One of them's pussy toes, another one's, I don't know, some kind of skullcap maybe. And then just a mess of wood aster that I cannot control up here. Not sure that I recommend wood aster. There's blue lobelia and Jacob's ladder and Virginia waterleaf. Bunch of inkberry hollies, various forms. Some wild ginger. This is what is this? I planted this last year. What is this again? This is scrubby St. John's wort. These are some native onions that I planted recently. Some kinda, whichever fern that is, sensitive maybe, or maybe that's sensitive fern, barely surviving, being eaten a lot. A little bit of greater celandine, the poppy, celandine poppy. Oh, there's a cool little spider web there. Where's this guy again? Fothergilla. Looks really cool in the fall. Has some flowers in the spring. Various Joe Pies and Carex blandas and mountain laurel did pretty well. Where's this guy again? The native Pachysandra. Is that what I meant to say? Whatever it is. Some of the new things, the little button bush, some more ginger. This is either foam flower or mist flower. I think it's the purple one. I forget which one. That's Robin's plantain. In the family of the Erigean. Viburnum. This is my one thriving swamp milkweed. Looking to see if I see anybody on it. I don't see anybody on it. We've had monarchs around, but not this close. The dogwood, Cherokee Brave, I think. Back in there, the smooth leaf hydrangea, more Joe Pye growing all around the edges here. Various, oh no, that one. See, I've had aster yellows. That one looks like it's got it. More echinacea. This is Mexican sunflower, not native, but part of the native range. I have just a million plants of dill and fennel, but I've only had one swallowtail caterpillar, and it didn't seem to survive. Well, the first Japanese beetle of the year. Clethra down in there. Got a bunch of clethra around, some zinnias in there. That's Queen of the Prairie in the back. This is a rattlesnake master that's fallen over there. This used to be where the rain barrel went, but I decided the rain barrel was too mosquito-y. When I put dunks in there and then use it to water the dill and such, I don't know, I thought maybe it was a problem for the caterpillars. Another Joe Pye in the back. This is a hoary skullcap. It's doing really well here amongst the echinacea. This was the sort of the home base of the aster yellows. I'm not really seeing any of these guys having it though. And then the Itea that got moved there last year seems to like this spot a lot better. It's got the downspout coming right next to it. Again, no caterpillars. I think this one's the fennel because it's so fat at the bottom. More giant towers of dill and fennel and still no caterpillars on it. This is one of the native honeysuckles. I don't think this one's major wheeler. This one's the straight species. A little bit of Indian pink doing its very last stuff. The deer have been pruning back my frost aster, which is fine because that stuff's pretty aggro too. Some of this is turtlehead. This is a swamp hibiscus. These are probably the flies on there that are giving me all those caterpillars that eat it. This is a what is it? It's the thing that Abraham Lincoln's mom died from. With the milk disease in the Midwest. I forget. But don't eat it. Don't let your cow eat it. Here's the vervain, the native vervain. I like this stuff. This one's doing well. Ooh. Somebody's having a problem with their vehicle. Some Anis hyssop, another viburnum, another itea, another viburnum, different viburnum. Dentatum is one of them. Okay, then we get into some more. This is the tall prairie, coneflower, Heliopsis, and there's gonna be a flower on my button bush. There, you see it right there. It's gonna be one. This thing is enormous, and that will be its very first flower. I don't see any others. There's one on another button bush I've got elsewhere. More of this stuff, doing pretty well. Compass plants, not exactly native, but you know, normally you don't build houses with really hot spots right next to it, so I figure I can cheat a little bit. A trillion little aphids. I've been smushing them by the thousand, and they're still all there. Then we got the aphids like to they take like sort of the top, and then on the bottom you got these guys, the lantern flies. They sort of like, they have different little zones. This one's the major wheeler. Had some flowers earlier. What it's called again. And a bunch of Pachyera aurora. This is I meant to sort of look at my plant names before.